and here's... it's going to be a lot of Scoodle. Scoodle's got to find a way to be effective with that op, and that's kind of the story for Cloud9 in this matchup. Nothing plays a very important role entering onto Catwalk. The real question is, you know, especially when I talked about some deficiencies in the CT side for Cloud9, you know, which side of the map is Sean Gare's going to be on? Because the other side of the map, you know, that's typically where you're going to see some miscommunication between the players, you know, playing on the other side. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how they're able to deal with, you know, what Keystars is going to come out with. And first and foremost has got to be stopping Long. If Keystars establishes Long early on, if they really beat Cloud9 up there, take that map control, and are able to utilize it properly, that's going to be a beatdown. And that's I mean, that has to be an emphasis early on for Cloud9.
Absolutely. And again, you know, talking about the op power that they have on the Keystars side, we've seen ZQK pick up the AWP quite a handful of times, especially the other night when you guys were, I believe it was you and Sadicus casting some Keystars matches as well, and I believe it was on Inferno, and how strong their double scope setup is with Fallen, their primary opper, and ZQK picking up the AWP as well. Just, if they get that going on the CT side, Cloud9, that's just going to be so difficult for them to overtake. You know, Fallen probably playing in the B bomb site with that AWP, and ZQK probably just going to be holding the mid or the long A. And just such a strong setup that is for these for the Brazilian superstars here.
Yeah, and here's one thing you want to look at. In the last, I mean, practicing against North American teams here in the States, I mean, this is just scrim stats, but Keystars has gotten over 10 rounds in like 4 of 5 scrims that they've had on Dust 2. Just recently at Gfinity, Cloud9 played Envy, and they lost 10-16, but their CT side was god-awful. They were 1 of 11 on their CT side, so, you know, Envy was able to beat them up at B. Envy was able to beat them up at Long. So that's going to be, I mean, there it is. That's where the battles. I mean, there's that Long A that Keystars, you know, showed so much proficiency at taking at Katowice against CLG. So this is going to be a tough matchup, I think, for Cloud9.
So predictions, because it looks like we're getting ready to go into the knife round here. So let's go ahead and throw out some numbers, maybe. I think you and I are probably going to agree that Keystars is going to take this one, but it's a matter of by how much.
I think it's going to be around 16-8, to be honest with you. 16-7, 16-8.
I was going to go a little bit closer with a 16-11, but that's if Cloud9 can actually put it together a little bit on their CT side. If they actually win the knife round and choose to go CT, getting you know, 7 rounds or at least 6 rounds on their CT side versus the onslaught that's going to be coming on the Keystars side, I think that'll definitely help project them into a little bit better of a score line going into the second half, especially with their terrorist side being a little bit stronger than their CT side on this map.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of maps you kind of always think that the knife side you want to start that CT, but really there's no advantage for Cloud9 whichever side they want to start out with. They're just in for a lot of trouble, I think, and it's going to take a Herculean effort out of Skadoodle with his ult. I mean, he's going to be the big one because we usually see him over at A, and he's going to be the one that gets punished most by those long tanks from Keystars. If him and his teammates can't stop that, I mean, he's always going to be in an awkward position where he's stuck between a catwalk hit and a long hit. So, I mean, I don't see a lot of hope here for Cloud9. It's unfortunate, but I think they're going to get beat up a little bit at the moment.
Now, hopefully we don't eat our words again, because last night we kind of both, I know I see Tarek and I see Peter in the chat right now, we kind of went against CLG last night on Mirage, or 2 nights ago on Mirage, and then they ended up getting, like, they ended up spanking the living crap out of Elevate, so... Yeah. I hope for the best for Cloud9. This would be a great opportunity for them to show that, you know, they're here, they can compete with the Brazilians, because everybody's kind of expecting the Brazilians, the Keystars, to come into the North American scene here with this move into the Pro League and just completely annihilate everybody, which they have done so far this season. But this is really going to be their first true test.
Well, no, they had that test against Luminosity on Untrained, but you're right. I mean, this is going to be another good test for them. I think it's more going to be a barometer of where Cloud9's at. I mean, it's still pretty early on, but we saw some tough things. I mean, at Gfinity playing against the Europeans, they got really beat up. They were 0-6 in maps. You know, even Liquid is able to take 2 maps, but this is just going to be. Here's the thing, they have so many fraggers, but like I said, they only have one player in a leadership role. Like, someone on this team has got to step up and become like a secondary, maybe not in-game leader, but a secondary voice, you know, to call out what needs to be done for their team. Because with Sean at the helm, I mean, he's a great strategist, and he knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's calling, but it's just not enough. I mean, Daze put it perfectly. He's like, Freakazoid, Shroud, Nothing, Skidoo. These are all guys who need to be told what to do. And they need to make good decisions, and they're going to have to do it like in a split second. They're going to have to make the right decision immediately.
Right, and that's just one of those things where it's like, are they going to be able to put it together tonight? Because that's exactly what the situation is. They need to basically come out here and be flawless against Keydstars.
They need to get out to a hot start. If they get behind early and they're in a situation where their economy's low and they let Keydstars' economy build up, it's just going to snowball from there. But I mean, I know I'm making it sound really, really grim for Cloud9. They have so many fraggers. You know, any of these guys, Shroud, Nothing, Skadoodle, those guys can all go off. Freakazoid, a really, really good entry fragger. But it just comes down to what was Cloud9's issues before these roster changes. It was always their late game situations. You know, they didn't necessarily have too much trouble getting frags early on in the round. It's how they respond to situationals, how they play their 2vx and 3vx situations.
All right, well, with that beautiful insight from Moses, ladies and gentlemen, golf claps in chat for that one. And we're going to get right into the knife round here. So again, Keedstar is going to be on the CT side just for the knife round. We'll see who wins this one and who gets to pick which is the more favorable side. Most would say the CT side. That seems to be the trend as of right now in the Counterstrike meta. But Cloud9 is going to start things off. A couple of knife kills coming out their way, and if they get the pick, we'll have to see how they adapt to that. And they are going to go ahead and win that knife round, so let's see what side they decide to start on here. Decisions.
They should start their T side first. They should.
Well, we'll see if they're listening into the stream right now, because if they do, then Moses has spoken. He's parted the seas and told him, nope, wrong.
Nope, they don't like my ideas apparently, so.
Apparently not. All right, so Cloud9 is going to be starting on the CT side, and we are about to get it on, boys and girls. Here we go, Cloud9 versus Keydstars, ESL and ESEA Pro League. And again, for you guys that are just tuning in who might not be familiar with these two teams, Cloud9, which has been noted as the top team in North America, and Keydstars, who has made the trek to North America to participate in the Pro League from Brazil, are going to be facing off here on Dust 2. That's Sean Garris, Skadoodle, Freakazoid, Shroud, and Nothing against Steel, Bolts, Fallen, Fur, and ZQK. And we are live into the pistol round. Moses, why don't you bring it with your beautiful, beautiful voice?
4 players from Keydstars over towards B, so this is eventually going to be a B hit. They did drop the bomb there. It's 1 player that's fallen. He's got a smoke and 2 flashbang. He's got a smoke flash and 8. It's probably for the platform, just to get them into the bomb site, or just to bank off that wall to cover the door. But it's going to come in here. There is going to be 1 flanker at long. They're going to see how far they get up before they're spotted. Bolts is the first one. They spot Sean Gares out in the window. Oh, and a nice 1-tap on a steal. That's going to give him an opportunity, but they're playing at retake, so waiting for the team to rotate in, and here it comes. Sean's still trying to find something, but the bomb is going to get planted.
Yeah, a nice opening frag there from Sean Garris, but what does Cloud9 have for the retake? They're just going to barrel on into the site. Bolts finds one. Skadoodle in on Fallen. Bolts with the second. Sean Garris with the second. And now we're down to a 2 versus 3, and Shroud, nice headshot onto ZQK, and the last one's going to be Fur coming on the flank. Let's see what he's got for us here. That bomb not getting defused. He's going to be able to pick up 2, but Sean Garris picks him off at the end, and he does have a kit. So Cloud9 is going to pick up the pistol round on the back of Sean Garris with a beautiful triple.
Yeah, that was a great retake. Sean gets that initial kill, and then as soon as the bomb starts getting planted, they take the advantage of it. It was a 5-on-3 at that point. Really a 5-on-2 with Fur flanking, but the planner's out of the equation for just a couple seconds, and that's when they decided to make their move. So very, very nice performance on the retake strategy at B. They're going to pick up 2 SMGs off of it, even a scout, 3 SMGs actually, so buying a little bit into that SMG meta at the moment.
Yeah, and Skadoodle going to go for that scoped rifle here to start things off, and he might be able to spot one out going down suicide. No, he's going to pick the player at the top mid, and that's going to drop him down to 19 HP. ZQK already very, very low. He's going to be holding by the former green boxes if you played this on 1.6. Nothing is going to open things up, though. Steel down and out. That B-Hall's push is going to pay dividends for him this round, and no retort from the terrorist side at all, as we're still seeing 100 HP across the board for Cloud9. Now we're going to go ahead and move down mid, talking about the Brazilians. They're going to try to get their way up towards Catwalk.
Yeah, Nothing pretty much provided them with the smoke to do it. They haven't spotted him, so you see Freakazoid rotating over towards mid, so it's going to be Skadoodle with the scout pretty much all alone. A pretty similar situation. This might allow them to get the bomb plant. Skadoodle gets flashed back. They do drop down with the smoke. He's got a lot of work to do. He's missed his shots. He's getting pushed, but a nice counter flash saves him for a little bit, but the bomb is getting planted. Can he stop it with the jump? Nope, Freakazoid can't hit it, so the bomb does get planted. That's going to be a third round buy 100%.
All right, well, nice job from Freakazoid. He actually pushed that smoke in CT and was able to flank out the two players that dropped down towards the spawn, but nevertheless, that bomb plant is the only thing that was on the Brazilians' mind right there, and they got it, so we should be seeing enough money in the bank for him to buy up this next round. Well, maybe not. I think they were pretty heavily invested into that round, actually.
No, they didn't buy armor. I don't think it's updated yet.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Updated.
I was going to say, usually it updates as soon as the defuse comes through, but there you go. ZQK already with the AWP and 4 AKs to support, and they're going to be going up against the SMGs of Cloud9. So obviously the Arsenal in the favor of Keydstars.
Yeah, interesting that Cloud9's not upgrading at all. That's a ballsy choice. I mean, they know they got 2 plants, so they know this is going to be a third round buy. Now it's given up, and here comes a long take. Smokes and flashes. Everyone's blind over towards long. Shroud tries to push through it, but Steel catches him with a stray bullet. Nice spray through the smoke. Freakazoid does win that battle with the MP7. Oh, he gets a second one as well. Nicely done by Freakazoid. That stalls out the long attack. They might have to fall back into the smoke and look for a new angle. Nice defense by Freakazoid there.
Yeah, he's extremely low, but being able to get a 2-for-1 at the long haul is definitely going to pay dividends in the long run for them. And look at this, Nothing's going to go ahead and push through. The MP9 almost takes down Bolts, but he is going to be able to get that frag. And now the push coming towards the catwalk, and this is going to be on Sean Garris. What can he do with that M4? One peeking around the corner, that's Steel, down and out. Another one comes around, but Bolts is going to be able to trade that out. And now it's going to be down to a 2 versus 2. Make that a 1 versus 2, and now Skadoodle with the jump scout's going to be able to find one. It's an op versus a scout. Can he get another jump scout? No. ZQK, good awareness from him, is going to be able to take him down, and Keydstars is now on the board.
That's okay. That's a really, really nice round from Cloud9 with the 3 SMGs. They get it down to just 1 player, ZQK. So now look at this buy out of Keydstars. It's going to be very, very difficult. Most of their players just hovering right around 3,400. It's going to be light armor and AKs or even Galils if they want to get the utility.
And you can see Freakazoid already picking up the AWP. Going to surely get thrown over towards Skadoodle. We had a bit of a pause there, but it's going to be live again right now. As we do see a FAMAS in the hands of Sean Garris. That op does get thrown over, and he should have an M4 to boot. So it is going to be a full gun round and a relatively bolstered arsenal here for the Cloud9 side. As those SMGs, getting those couple of kills, you know, putting the money in the bank from that money bonus from the SMGs definitely helped them with this big buy this round.
Yep, 3 players over towards long again. This time, Keydstars not choosing to be too aggressive on it. They do have 1 player there just listening, but it's a pretty standard setup from Cloud9. 2 in B, 1 hovering around in CT spawn, and then obviously the op at car, 1 in pit, so a default at the moment. That last round, they had great rotations. Actually, they had 3 players at A in a 3-on-3 situation. It was a great read. Good to see Cloud9 with that mobile defense at the moment.
And again, we'll have to see if it pays off as they are going to go for the pop flash up. Cat completely vacant in that area, and now we see ZQK. We could see Skadoodle. This is his time to shine once again as he's going to be holding from Car with that AWP right at the corner along A as 4 members of the terrorist side, now going to be 5, all getting set for this Cat hit. And the flashbangs are probably going to rain on his parade a little bit. They are going to go ahead and flash around the corner up through mid. They smoke it off. We should be looking for that drop down into CT spawn. No, he can't get over the top, and Skadoodle gets a blind shot onto Bolts. Gets a second one, falling down and out, and Freakazoid's going to be able to chime in mid as well. Takes down 1, and now Nothing pushing up is going to trade out Steel, and that's going to leave it all on ZQK with this AWP. What can he do in this situation? He's going to find 1. Nice shot onto Shroud, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him. Nothing coming around the side. He misses the shot. Nothing peeks out. He's going to be able to get the flick onto him. Now down to a 3 versus 1, but Sean Garris coming around on the flanks is going to be able to take him down, and Cloud9 steals away the gun round. We should see an eco coming out from the terrorist side of Keydstars now.
Yeah, there it is. That's Skadoodle just being so incredibly effective, and now they give him over a second op. So Sean and Skadoodle both playing with the AWP now. It's going to be that double sniper setup, but you said it. It's a brutal eco, in fact, and they actually Steel completely buys up on the side of Keydstars. He's down to $0, but this might actually have to be a double save. So a crucial round to win there for Cloud9. They put themselves in a good spot early on in this half.
Absolutely. So we are going to see Skadoodle now. He's going to be holding in the mid double doors, and he's going to come under fire here in just a second. Bolt's been falling right there around the corner. Flashbang comes out, and now he's going to have to fall back, but he's going to get overwhelmed here. He's got support from Nothing, but Nothing's only going to be able to get 1. Freakazoid chimes in. Nothing does pick up a second, and now Sean Garris in the back of the B-bomb site is going to be able to put that off to work. And barring a bomb plant here, this is going to put Cloud9 into a good situation to go up to a 5-1 scoreline. And there it is, Shroud.
helps them build up the economy as well. The important thing to note is that Keatstars actually did scout out this double op setup. They saw Skadoodle with it in mid, and they saw Sean with it in B. So they kind of know what they can do going forward into their next gun round. It is going to be one more eco. A couple pistols are upgraded, but still not enough money to get those AK-47s. And Cloud9 surprising everyone at the moment. That CT side looks strong, really, here early on.
And Fallen with the goose egg right now. He's sitting at 0-5. Nothing going to get a lot of information. He pushed into lower B, and all 5 terrorists are going to be sitting up outside along A, and this is going to put Shroud into a position to be very successful. He's going to have to come up huge from the pit. Going to go ahead and lay a flashbang out. They've been alerted to his position. He's got a couple in front of him, but he's going to get blinded off and taken down, and at the same time, Freakazoid goes down. Now Skadoodle at long A, the op. Going to be able to find one. The terrorists are going to be falling back from that position. The rotation up mid, nothing is going to be able to look for one. Not going to find the first one. Oh, and a shot from Bolts to the face. Nice Desert Eagle work from him. And now Cloud9 reeling with this double op setup. Sean Garris finds one in mid. And now they're going to go ahead and make their way down. Sean Garris doing good work. Actually knocks ZQK down with a leg shot. Skadoodle from Cat's going to be able to find the headshot. Lobs the nade around the corner as well. Just going to find a handful of damage onto Steel, but he got dinked in the process. So, tough situation now for the Cloud9, the North Americans.
Yeah, but Sean and Skadoodle bailing him out nicely there, bringing it back down into a 2-on-2 from a 4-on-2 very, very quickly. So, but that dink, look at where Skadoodle has to play now. He can't be aggressive and just hold A. So that forces Sean to have to push these B tunnels, and I mean, he's systematically eliminating spots they can be, but it is going to be an A hit, so this is going to be a bomb plant. Both of these oppers are going to rotate around. Sean's going to go towards long, and Skadoodle's all alone with 10 HP. He could get taken out here. Steel's got to be a little bit careful, but this could be an easy kill moving forward as long as Sean doesn't get able to pick one off in the A bomb site.
Skadoodle's going to drop the flash around the corner. That's going to provoke him to turn, but he is going to win the fight, and now this is going to be on Fur. In a 1 versus 2, he's going to be able to clutch out one. Is he going to be able to take down Skadoodle as well? That Molotov off the mark. He's going to pop out. Skadoodle with only 10 HP. Misses the shot, and there's Fur's Q to peek. Takes him down, and the eco win to Keatstars.
Yeah, Fur is a huge player for Keatstars, and that was a very, very nice 2-on-1 to win. He knows as soon as his teammate goes down on Catwalk that he's got to get aggressive towards long. He's got a couple seconds to find that 1-1-1. He wins the battle, plays it nicely in the bomb site. I mean, this is a player, Fur, that was averaging, I think, 26 kills a match heading into yesterday or 2 days ago. He was just dominant in their first week in the league.
Yeah, he had something like 115 ADR through the first 4 matches of the season. Absolutely ludicrous stats. Bolt's going to catch a little bit of nade damage there, and ZQK with this up in the back of the B tunnels. He's going to find a little bit of splash damage as well, but nothing really too drastic thus far for the Brazilians to work with. And we do see Sean Garris picking up an SMG and nothing. They are going to go for this buy here, and now Freakazoid, he's going to pay. That's an M4 down.
That's a kill you can't give up this early. You absolutely cannot slow peek the crack of that door when you know they have an AWP. So Freakazoid makes a mistake there, gets taken out early, and now the defense is spread out. This is where Keatstars can find some things to work with.
Now nothing is taking up that cup in middle. That's going to be Freakazoid's position there in the bottom side of mid. And let's see if they smoked off the mid to B. Let's see if they decide to work that way. Double op setup here for Keatstars as well. Something to note. It's going to be ZQK and Fallen. Both of their oppers going to be boasting that scoped rifle. And we'll see whether or not they decide to go out through the mid double doors. They've got one pushed up here close on the B tunnels. That's going to be Steel. Sean Garris with the SMG, maybe waiting for a pop flash from nothing to maybe peek those B halls, but nothing. Has no nades whatsoever. And they are just going to lurk out mid.
Yeah, they're using this gap in the defense to just walk out mid. No one has eyes on it whatsoever from Cloud9. 0 eyes on mid whatsoever. So this is going to be an easy take. Finally, nothing hears it, but he's up to commit out the window. He's got to be very careful. He does get one. Sean grabs another one with the SMG. Sean actually takes 2. So
you're lagging really bad.
Going their way.
Yeah, you sounded like a robot for a little bit, so I'll take over for the time being. Fallen and Fur are going to be your last 2. And what a recovery from Cloud9 so far in this round. And Shroud's going to find another. And time expires as well. Can they get the last kill? Yes, they do. So no extra money in the bank for Fur. Go ahead and talk for me, baby. Did you sound all right?
No, still lagging.
Okay. Well, then we can just go over to normal chat then. All right, but nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and continue on here. We do see ZQK picking up the boost. And we'll see whether or not they can get anything done here on the Keatstars side. So a good recovery from Cloud9 in the last round to get it done, but As of right now, we're going to see whether or not they can capitalize again. And Fallen's already worked his way out mid, and Sean Garris is down to 60 HP, so playing a little bit too aggressive for his own good. He actually got called out, and now he's going to be playing from the back plat in B. Let's see where they decide to go on the Keystars side. One coming around from mid, and that's going to be Freakazoid. Actually gets sticked by that Glock. And now the scout from ZQK, but a nice shot from Freakazoid's going to drop the scout, immediately returned by Fallen. Bolts goes down, spamming through the smoke in mid, going to find a little bit of damage, and now Sean Garris is going to have to play careful. He's got one in the halls. He's going to find that frag as he sends Steel flying across the side. And now that bomb's going to try to work its way in. Sean Garris with the second. He's going to have an opportunity for a third as Fur moves his way in towards the upper tunnels. He's going to pick up the scout and go for the peek. And nice shots from Sean Garris, shuts it down, and that's going to be a 6th round now for Cloud9. Any better, Moses? Well, while I wait for my beautiful, lovely co-caster to figure out what the issue is, we're just going to continue on. And right now, the story is Sean Garris. He's 12-2 right now, playing with that AWP in the back of the B-bomb site. So great job from him thus far. As we see ZQK taking a pop shot with that AWP at long A. Not going to find any connection on that one. But this op in mid, ZQK finds Sean Garris, and just like I talked him up, he's going to go ahead and drop early in this round. A minute and 25 seconds left on the clock, and now nothing's going to be forced to pick up that op and try to make a play happen over here in middle. He's going to get blinded out. They could be going for a mid-B split. They are going to go ahead and push out. They're going to catch him out, but Freakazoid bails him out with 2 big frags. Make that a third. Freakazoid going huge this round. Can he find the last one in mid? No, he's going to go ahead and resign from there and try to push up towards the B-bomb site. They got to be careful because the lurk is still coming out through mid. This is ZQK. Can he get it done? He's going to find one. No, he misses the shot, and nothing's going to be able to take him down, and now it's all on Steel. And Freakazoid going huge this round, exactly what they needed to have happen. He bailed nothing out in a big way down mid. So now Steel, 1 versus 4. No bomb to be seen at all. And that nade is going to do tremendous damage to him as he tries to make his way through window, and nothing is going to be there for the shot. Takes it, nails it, and takes him out. 7-2 now for Cloud9. What a showing on their CT side thus far.
All right, how do we sound?
You don't sound like a robot for the time being.
Perfect.
For the time being, I say. Keywords.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. This is a ridiculous showing here from Cloud9. You said shot at the top, but Freakazoid at that round. This is ridiculous. Their rotations are looking so on point right now.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, Ryan, Freakazoid bailing out nothing in mid with a huge spray down, and now they're going to go aggressive at long, and Freakazoid is there again to bail out Shroud in the pit. So what a job from Freakazoid. What a mobile player at the time, for the moment right now, and he's going to be able to find a couple frags. Skadoodle is going to be able to chime in with one in mid. That's fallen down and out, and let's see where the battle is at long A. Freakazoid still looking for one. That's going to be Fur right around the corner. They smoke it off, and the nade comes around, but it doesn't do any damage. And Fur finally goes down. Skadoodle is going to find a second on the round as well, and Bolt's now in a 1 versus 5.
Yeah, and nothing really left but to mop up this last player. You know, the interesting thing is Keystar's finding a lot of picks in these rounds. Bolts with that deagle, landing some damage on Freakazoid, but Freak's not going to give him another peek. Shroud's just going to clean it off. Like, Keystars is actually finding the entries. They're finding the opening picks. They just haven't been able. I mean, it's just been some great plays from players like Freakazoid, Sean, and B with that SMG a couple of rounds ago. I mean, just bailing them out of these really tough situations. So. And it's a lot of it is just these rotations from Cloud9. They seem to be communicating well. They're they're having some very, very mobile movements on their defense that are getting them in nice positions.
And it's like you kind of said beforehand, they've struggled in the late round situations, but so far, I mean, the one round that stands out, even though they lost that round to Keystars, it was an eco round, but the Skadoodle and Sean Garris bringing it back. Oh, nice shot from nothing. But that Skadoodle Sean Garris round, when they brought it back from a 4v2, just shows that they are playing a little bit more poised at this moment.
Yeah, now even with the opening kill onto the round, so it's going to be a 4-on-5, and that's the op down for Keystars, and they're going to be going up against a double op setup. They've got 3 smokes to work with when they choose to hit it, but they're going to have to work their way past Skadoodle, who's on catwalk, just holding the angle, misses the shot. Furgod with a nice shoulder peek forces Skadoodle back. And that's going to cause Freakazoid to rotate over to help bail him out. He's going to get over towards the railing in the bomb site, and this is going to be a cat hit from Keystars. So all 4 members lined up, ready to go.
Yeah, and again, Freakazoid's going to be in a position to be successful. They're going to molly, but it's off the mark, and he's going to have pretty much free reign of this bomb site. Going to go ahead and peek out, looking for the frag on a Fallen, but he's not going to find it. He burns before the time expires on that Molotov, and Fur goes ham. Going to be able to find 2, and now it's an op and an M4 versus 3. Molotov
yeah, how
around the
quickly
corner.
things change. That was Keystars. What an excellent take from them.
Yeah, but again, nothing. He's been playing very well with this AWP so far, and Sean Garris going to be looking for one. Coming around the corner. Nice shot from nothing. Makes it back to a 2 versus 2. But he's going to overexert himself, and Fur's going to be able to capitalize. Coming around the corner, he's very, very low. And Sean Garris trying to get this done. He's not going to be able to find the kills just yet. Still peeking out, not going to find anything. Jumps over the top, and Bolts is going to be able to shoot him down. So 8-3, but still a pretty solid half from Cloud9. This is more rounds than I expected them to get in the first place.
Yeah, this is a nice half out of them. I just mentioned how they did against Envy. They only got one round on their CT side, so perhaps putting in some work very, very quickly after they got back from Gfinity. They're looking excellent at the moment. Skadoodles picked up another op, but one thing you can't say is despite, winning 4 rounds in a row, their economy isn't looking that strong, so Keystars has an opportunity here to kind of close the gap in the scoreline.
And we'll see if they can do that here very, very shortly. But another thing to note real fast is Cloud9. Look at how consolidated their frag totals are right now. 12 at the top and 7 at the bottom. And the only reason is because Shroud hasn't seen a whole hell of a lot of action in Long A. So not a bad spread for the Cloud9 side. And again, it's a little bit more drastic on the K-Stars side. You've got Fur and Bolts at the top with 8 a pair. And then you've got Steel at only 1-11 and Fallen at 2-11. So some struggles on the Keystars side so far at the beginning of this matchup, but they've kind of brought it around in a couple of rounds here that I didn't expect them to take, especially that eco round earlier.
Yeah, coming up catwalk, they actually blind Skadoodle before he get in position, and he actually is going to muff a little bit of a flashbang there, but they push the defense off Cat, and this is something Fnatic does pretty much every round. They push the defense off Cat. They can decide where to go from there, but now that they have Skadoodle back at the railing, Cloud9's going to play 2 in mid, Freakazoid and nothing, and that's a daunting pair to go against if you want to come out those double doors.
And Shroud still playing from Long A, still hasn't had a whole lot of action. He's got Fallen around the corner of that AWP, so if Fallen misses this shot, Shroud should be able to capitalize on it, but it is going to be a catwalk hit, and Skadoodle peeking through the crack in the boxes. He's going to be able to spot them pushing their way on up, and he does spot the legs of one, but Fallen gets the shot onto Shroud. Oh, and what a shot from Fur, just completely takes him out, and that's Freakazoid going back in on 2. That's going to leave it all on Sean Garris and nothing again. Make that just nothing, but he's getting himself into the bomb site very, very quickly. That smoke's going to cover him for a little while. He's still looking for it. Going to be able to find Steel. What does nothing have? 1 versus 2. Going to be able to find a second. And he actually hurt him on Cat.
Yeah, very nice play, but it's planted for Cat. Gets an AWP, and Fallen's going to find the shoulder, but regardless, nicely done by nothing, almost bringing that one back in. And once again, this is just like that third round bye that Keystars has. They did win the round, but I mean, Cloud9 did so much damage to him that it forced a really awkward bye out of the 4 dead members. And this is a situation where Cloud9 could force, and they are. So they're going to keep the pressure on. They know the economy for Keystars is low, so they're going to force here and see if they can pull out some magic again.
Skadoodle with the naked op, a FAMAS, and a couple of M4s. Sean Garris picking up the CZ75, and we'll see what they have for us this round. Skadoodle being more mobile, he's going to go towards Long A. He knows Fallen has been favoring that. Misses the shot, and Fur takes him down again, so good start again for Keystars. They also got nothing down to 18, I believe, crossing mid with a leg shot. Freakazoid picking up the AWP now.
Yeah, nice early advantage here for Keystars. And now look, they're all grouped up at mid. This is going to be nothing, and Freakazoid have to get back over. There's so much damage is done to nothing, though, so he has that op so he can stay far away. But in a mid-B split, looks like it's underway, so Freakazoid is just going to push his way through the smoke, try to find any information. But Keystars is just kind of waiting to see the reaction of Cloud9. They're not committing to anything quite yet. They want to see what that smoke and CT spawn can do.
Well, they've opted to move back up and put a little bit more pressure on the catwalk. They still send ZQK and Steel down through lower. See where they decide to go. That smoke clears, and not a whole lot of ground has been gained by the Brazilians. That smoke down into CT spawn, but nothing with the AWP from Goose. Is going to be able to find one. That's Bolts down and out. Now they're going to make the play towards mid. Fallen at the point goes down. ZQK is able to go back into Freakazoid, so a good one-for-one trade, and Sean Garris on the other side of this smoke in the B tunnels. He's got Steel to beat, but that smoke is actually kind of cording him into a nice position here. But he's going to get overrun here by Fur in just a moment as they try to make their way up. He's going to have to go for this peek. Spots the gun barrel. Steel not clearing his angles. He's going to be able to find one. Finds a second, and Shroud chimes in. What a recovery from Cloud9.
Yeah, just Keystars looked a little hesitant on taking that B bomb site. So once again, the economy is broken, and nice patience by Sean. Playing behind that smoke, he knew there was a timer on it, and all he could do is fall back into that corner and kind of cross his fingers that no one was going to be coming through door or window. So Cloud9, some of these rounds have just they just crawled their way back into it. That round with 2 pistols, they didn't look like they had any business winning it, but nicely done by Cloud9 this entire half.
Not to mention the fact that, again, it breaks the money of Keydstars. And so many situations we've seen so far in this first half, players from Cloud9 have been bailing out their teammates left and right. Freakazoid bailing out nothing in mid. That last round, Shroudy coming through mid, bailing out Sean Garris in that spot. If Shroud doesn't get that pick on Fur, Sean Garris goes down and they lose that round.
Yeah, well, Freakazoid, he's the real one that you just mentioned. Every time they've gone towards where Freakazoid's playing, he's gotten 1 to 2 kills. There's Shroud taking out Bolt. Skadoodle's coming to support, but Shroud might clean everything up before he gets there. That is the bomb at long as well, so there's really no chance for a plant here, although they have taken the A bomb site.
All right, well, once again, that bomb is going to be resigned towards the backside of the B, or the A halls, all the way to the top side of mid, and Fallen is just going to have to go for it here. And not going to get it done. Sean Garris, nice shot.
Yeah, not going to get anything done really whatsoever. So all 5 members of Cloud9 survived last round, and this is kind of the opposite of what we expected here. I mean, 10 to 5. This is some unbelievable play out of Cloud9. They're looking very, very good.
10 to 5. I feel like you're jumping the gun just a little bit. It's still only a pistol round by here. It could be 11-4.
Yeah, excuse me. Good point. Keep me honest.
Absolutely, and look at this, nothing pushing down in lower B. He's going to have his hands full here in just a second. Going to find one before he gets traded out. Fergod going to go right back into him, and now they're going to make that push out through lower B. Molotov around the corner, nice support play there. I believe that was actually, who is that in mid? Skadoodle, yes. Nade to the top of mid. ZQK is going to find some damage onto his vest over there. Oh, double nade down to 24. They are gearing up towards the B bomb site. The bomb is on the back of Fallen, the number 8 man. Fur still in lower B, and ZQK at the top side of mid. They're going to throw the flashbang over the top and maybe try to alert them and get ZQK down into a little bit more favorable of a position. That bomb looking like it wants to go towards the B bomb site, and Sean Garris is watching it like a hawk. He's got Steel to the right, but the remaining 3 are down in the lower B.
Yeah, and this is where Freakazoid's excelled this whole half, really supporting in this mid. And if they come out here, I mean, he's in a great position, but they're actually just going to jump up Cat, avoid him completely. And Shroud's given up the A site, so actually, if they don't fight that, they're going to be able to get up into A. But now Shroud's rotating back to the rep. He's going to dodge a flashbang, but he gets blinded by the next one. Fur jumps down.
Doesn't see him.
Clear it. He doesn't clear it, so Shroud gets that kill. He's able to spray down a second one, and that's the bomb. So it's going to be a 4-on-1, and ZQK, nothing left to do here.
What a fortunate sequence of events for Shroud.
That is insane. I don't know how he didn't see him. He didn't look blind at all when he dropped down, so maybe that smoke just barely covered him, but Shroud gets a little lucky there. So
going back to Pip real fast because my game is crash-roonied, so here we go. Just got to get this game back up and running here, guys. Hold on. But what a half so far from Cloud9. I mean, what can you say about it? That was a stellar showing from them thus far.
I almost feel like this is like a scene from like Rocky 4 where they're like, you know, he's cut, he can bleed. And we're like finally seeing the Brazilians Keydstars. They're at a huge disadvantage here, and they're going to have to make a massive comeback that we haven't even, I mean, they haven't been tested like this yet this season. So Cloud9's put them on their back foot, and we have to see the response now.
Right you are. So right back into the action. We are going live into the second half pistol round, as it is going to be a pretty solid lead for Cloud9, and you said they're better on their terrorist side than their CT side, so I'm looking forward to seeing something here.
I am too. And
Cloud9's in my prediction right now, 11. If Keydstars come back and run the gambit, get 12 in a row, then I was right. Yeah.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Two kits for Keystar. They have some nades, so Bolts and Steel both have a nade on the CT side. This would be interesting to see if they're playing together, which choke point they're going to use those for. Bolts also has a smoke to utilize. This is weird because, you know, tactically it looked like Keydstars was getting some things that they wanted. They got some good picks. They were getting out mid. They were taking some map control, but look at the kill counts for them. I mean, they just weren't fragging there in the mid-round situation. So not enough kills go their way once it gets to the mid-round, and that's kind of why they really struggled, because they had the man advantage multiple times.
No, absolutely. So we are going to go live right into here. So let's see what we have in our pistol round. Can Cloud9 continue to bring the heat here?
The key is, much like they did in the first half, they controlled the economy of Keystars so well, breaking their economy immediately after wins twice, like completely breaking it. And if they can keep that up, if they can keep the ops away from Keystars, it's going to be a very, very tough comeback for the Brazilians.
But Fur, very aggressive on Cat, already catches out Freakazoid, but the push is coming towards long A, and with the long range of Fallen with that P2000, he might be able to pop some shots here at long A. He's going to find a little damage on the Shroud. They go for the pop flash, Fallen finds one. Still looking for a second one, not going to be able to find it, resigns his position, but Fur is there, going to find a second. And Fallen as well, and that leaves it all on Skadoodle over here on Catwalk, who manages to find one. Nades around the corner. He's going to be able to spot the head of Fur. Decapitates him. Nice shot from that Glock. Looking for some more. Not able to find it. There's a third. Skadoodle going ham this round. Let's see if he can shut this one down. Both members of Keystars. A lot of HP to work with here. He's going to come out mid. Still popping some shots over there towards ZQK. Doing a little bit of damage, but he's down to 16.
He found the fight he wanted. That's exactly the player he was looking for, and he just couldn't get the kill, so... A little bit of magic early on, but now there's not much left to do. One bullet, basically. He's got 16 HP. Gets flashback, or that's a decoy. But a good setup from Keystars. It's going to prevent him from really making any progress on this bomb site. Now he's just got to go for it with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, nothing really to lose here except maybe get a crazy ace, but Fallen's going to make sure that doesn't happen. A triple of his own. And ZQK was there with the support. So a 5th round on the board for Keystars. They pick up the pistol round. In what I thought was going to be a much more lopsided fashion until Skadoodle went off with a couple of frags himself, but nevertheless, we are going to see Keystars pick that up. So 11-5 is your score now, and Keystars, they've got a pretty big hill to climb, but they're going to put themselves into a position after these eco rounds to go for it. And look at this, a unanimous decision with the MP7. They're trying to get as much money going early on as they can.
Yeah, and this is going to be brutal on the no armor Cloud9 side. And Fallen's actually just going to smoke off Catwalk and give it up. So they're playing a 2-on-2 here. And it looks like it's just going to be a heavy B hit.
Yeah, the fast rotation from the CT, from the CT side. Fallen, that Molotov around the corner is going to be able to spot out nothing. Now they make that push towards the B-bomb site. ZQK is going to find one. Bolts on the back of the Plat's going to be able to take down 3. That's going to leave nothing all by his lonesome. Should be an easy 4K here for Bolts. He sprays him down, and not a whole lot for him. All the bodies just piled up in the same spot there in the B tunnels. And a quick round for Keystars.
Yeah, and Cloud9, they won the first half big enough. They don't have to buy here. They don't have to force anything, and that's also why they didn't get that armor. So they're going to go into the next round, and Skadoodle's got 4,300. He didn't buy anything last round whatsoever, so he's going to have plenty of money for an op and head armor as well. So that's nice money management by Cloud9, using the advantage they got in the first half.
All right, well, they're relatively heavily invested into some utility needs here. Let's see where they decide to go. It looks like it's going to be a quick push going up towards Catwalk. And look at this play from Keystars. There's nobody home in the A bomb site. They're playing it for a retake, so we could see a bomb plant come in, which is going to bolster the offense of Cloud9 as they move forward. We do have a rotation coming in from the CT spawn. Nade to follow. But Cloud9 able to get on up there. A little bit of a mistake from Skadoodle going for that bit of a hero play there, but that's going to distract Fallen for a little while longer. They do get the bomb plant in the A bomb site. And now it's going to be a retake situation for Keystars. They're doing relatively well with it thus far. Fallen's going to be able to find a third, picks up the M4. Last one to beat his Shroud. Fallen with the 4K, and the defuse will come in. But mission accomplished for Cloud9. They're going to be able to buy that AWP in the 3rd round here, or 4th round, pardon me.
Yeah, playing a passive. They knew that there was going to be. They knew there wasn't going to be a buy this round, so they just played a retake on that A bomb site. So they give up a plant, but it's not actually too much of a loss for them because there was going to be a buy in the 4th round no matter what happened. But Skadoodle does have a full kit, including that AWP.
And something to note here, actually, Papa Fog pointed this out in chat. Steel is sitting at 2-16 right now. And he's usually a pretty high up fragger for the Keystars side. So definitely having some struggles.
Yep. I found Keystars goes for the double op setup right off the bat. So they built up some economy in those eco rounds with the SMGs, but this is a heavy investment for them.
But if it does pay off, they should be able to get a 2-for-0 from this one as well and maybe push this to a 9-11. So Fallen on Cat, looking for the picks. Going to find it. Freakazoid, no trade.
Yeah, nicely played by Fallen. Pretty standard spot. Just drops off after he gets that first shot, hit or miss, but he hits it there. Gives him the 5-on-4. And Keystars is putting a heavy emphasis on the CT side. I know they were just eco rounds, but even on their ecos, and now here on the first gun run, they're putting 2 players close up towards these long double doors. And that's kind of, I mean, if Cloud9 notices this, it's going to be something where if Sean sees it, it's going to be an immediate mid-B split, because the rotations are just so far away.
So yeah, this is really going to all fall to Fallen. So we're going to see an execution come out from the Cloud9 side. They are going to go ahead and flash him back, maybe go for that CT drop. No, they're actually going to just go ahead and push on up, and the smoke train that they have going up there is going to be great for getting into that site. What a job from Cloud9. And did somebody say train? Skadoodle's going to be able to pick off one, so it's even strength now 4-on-4. We'll see whether or not Cloud9 can hold on to it. Nice counter flash coming in to hold him back at long A. Here comes the pop flashes from the CT side. Nothing's going to be able to draw first blood as they retake this bomb site. Fur goes into one, but Sean Garris with the trade onto Bolts. Sean Garris onto Fur, and now Fallen, your last man. He goes down. Sean Garris goes huge, and another round on the board for Cloud9.
Yeah, Sean is just having himself one hell of a match here, and 3 kills there in that retake. That's what we talked about. That was the issue before these roster changes, was who steps up in the late round situationals, and Sean does it there. But I find it very, I mean, that's that retake strategy that Keatstars is employing, and I mean, Cloud9, those pair of smokes that they throw, that was fantastic. They flashed back the Opera, and there was nothing that he could find. He had to be very cautious of his drop.
And there you go.
There's
now
another pick for Sean.
Well, this is a double op setup now on the terrorist side, so they were able to salvage the AWP off of Fallen's dead corpse outside of long A last round, and now pushing on out. Steel playing close, going to find the headshot onto Shroud. No trade yet, but there it is. Freakazoid going to find one. Freakazoid going to find two. And that's going to completely demolish the defenses here of Keatstars as that push is going to come towards that A bomb site. They've got ZQK playing close on the double doors and Bolts waiting for this cross, the Desert Eagle in hand. And it looks like Cloud9 wants to go into this. Well, there's the smokes and flashes. I thought they were just going to go for it raw across the... Actually, they are. They didn't actually drop any smokes. So Skadoodle going to be the first point of contention there. He's not going to be able to find anything. Nade right on the feet of Bolts. And nothing waiting patiently at the top side of mid's going to be able to find out one. Nice shot from Bolts. Takes down Sean, but it's too little too late. Freakazoid chimes in with the nade. And that's a big 3K for him on the round. So 13-7 now, Cloud9 in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and Cloud9 being very patient on that long take. After the first initial kill goes down, they don't try and just blow their way out the doors to get into a potential crossfire. I mean, Freakazoid just plays that very, very patiently and picks him off as they peek into his crosshair. So nicely done by him. Eliminates that long attack, and now this has got to be a win here for Keatstars. Starting to feel the pressure. One kit on their side. Retakes are going to be tough.
Tough indeed, and we're going to see Steel playing that same spot behind the barrel at long A. It brought him a little bit of success in the last round before Freakazoid decided to step up in a big way. And now you see that smoke is going to land right at the backside of that double doors. So that's going to cordon off that area, and the terrorists aren't going to be able to push out long A for a little while longer. That bomb is on the back of Sean Garris. Double AWP setup versus just Fallen's up this round. We'll see what they can do here. Look at how aggressive Keatstars are on the long A double doors as well.
This is the setup that they've... I mean, this is the same setup on the CT side that Keatstars has done basically every round, and they got punished for it in the last gun round. Cloud9 countered it perfectly, but this time they're set up for a delayed long take. And this is what that setup is designed to stop, so this is going to be very dangerous for Cloud9.
But Freakazoid's going to make sure that that doesn't happen. But Fur's going to be able to go into one. Skadoodle in mid's going to be able to take down ZQK, and now FurGod playing strong at long A is going to find another one, so a big triple for him at long A to drop that bomb carrier as well. Only 30 seconds remain in the round. Nothing, and Skadoodle trying to go to battle with Bolts, and Bolts is going to find them both.
That ammo management from Bolts, taking so many little taps just to keep him back, and then finally getting the kills there at the end. Surgical. And Cloud9 almost broke through that long A stack, but they just couldn't quite do it. So very close, and this is going to be... This might actually be a save from Cloud9. I know it looks like...
A save from Cloud9? You know better than that, Moses. The only time they save is when they lose pistol round. So it's going to be Galil's a Tech 9 and an AWP bolstered with an AK. Freakazoid going to be there, and Skadoodle, nice shot onto ZQK. That's going to open up that B bomb site rather nicely. That bomb is going to be working its way towards the A bomb site. Skadoodle going to come under fire here, spam down. Nothing around the corner is going to find Bolts as well. So now that rotation all the way to B, but that hit is coming towards A. Shroud onto Steel, takes down another one. Fallen's going to be able to find the wall shot onto nothing. That bomb actually falling back. This is going to put Fur into a great position. He's going to find one. Can he find two? No! Shroud going to be able to take him down, and now Fallen stuck between a rock and a hard place. That nade to the top side of mid is going to find some damage onto Shroud as he rotates over towards A. So Fallen is guessing correctly here.
He's got a lot to do with it. Oh! Freakazoid with a beautiful shot. Just crouches and waits for that peek.
What a job from Cloud9 thus far, and your prediction could be exactly right, only in reverse here, as Cloud9 is going to force them onto the save on the CT side again. Keydstars picking up a scout has fallen, but the rest of them are only going to have pistols.
Yeah, this is a beautiful performance from Freakazoid. 22 and 12 at the moment. Nothing's at 20 and 14, so two of their big fraggers came to play today, and it's showing here.
Not to take anything away from the rest of their team either. You've got Skadoodle at 17, Sean Garris at 19. Not really known for his raw fragging ability, but he is bringing the heat tonight. As we see Sean Garris find one at long, Shroud's going to be there to trade that out, so it's a 2-for-1 at the long A corridor. Great opening here for Cloud9 to take this to match point.
Yeah, and a scout onto Fallen, so they've put some investment into this round. Try and at least do some economy damage. But Skadoodle on the back of the pit doesn't even get tagged, and he takes out Fallen. Now it's just ZQK with the pistol in the smoke. It's going to be his turn to find anything, but Skadoodle's once again watching that run through, but you can't quite see that. ZQK can't connect on the kill. He does land a headshot. So Cloud9 is going to get up to 15 rounds here. It's going to be 7 straight match points for them.
Very difficult situation for Keydstars, and not the result that you or I, either of us, were expecting in this matchup, but Cloud9 came out swinging on the CT side, was able to pick up 11 rounds to their name. Not known for their strong CT play, but they definitely brought it tonight and definitely are showing Keydstars what they're made of, and said anything you can do, we can do better, as they're looking to stay undefeated in this season. And if they can continue this, they're going to be putting themselves into a really good position throughout the rest of this season as well.
Okay, so now Keydstars is switching up. Instead of their 2 players long, Steel and Fur, they're actually playing Catwalk, and there is one player watching middle. That's going to be Freakazoid, but if he gets out of position, this B hit, they could be on a quick flank, but here's the entry from Sean Garris, all down to Bolts on the B site. He does get a second one before getting traded off, but it's down to a 3-on-2. Both players inside the B bomb site, flashes over. That's going to push him back. That's going to delay the plan a little bit longer. And with one player flanking into these B tunnels, it's going to be very, very difficult for Sean to hold it. He does take out Fallen, immediately traded from that flank position. And now Skadoodle with the AWP stuck inside the bomb site, can't land the first shot. Now he's going to get swarmed from window. That's going to be a 9th round for Keydstars. Let the comeback begin.
Whoa. Going to be a very, very tumultuous comeback for the Keydstars side, because they're going to need 6 more in a row in order to bring this back to overtime. But we'll see whether or not they can do it here momentarily. That money situation on the terrorist side, not that fantastic either. So that economy hasn't really been up. Well, never mind. The money isn't updating when I'm looking at the scoreboard.
Just be patient. 2 more seconds. But
can't do it.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's a shotgun on the Fallen. That's pretty interesting. So I wonder where he's going to be playing with that one. He's going to head over towards the long, so it looks like they might just post him up close on these doors. No, actually, he's staying far back.
Yeah, I thought he was going to maybe play from a car position to get a little bit of a tight angle on that long A push that might be coming, but he's actually going to go all the way up on Catwalk, maybe play a little bit aggressive. Freakazoid already working his way up in that position, so that AK is going to be coming to contention against that Mag 7. Let's see what he can do here. Flashbang around the corner, going to go ahead and push on up. Fallen right there. Not going to spot anything. He's going to fall back and smoke it. Smart play from Fallen. Now he's going to work. Yeah, he's on the cat boxes now, so he's going to be able to jump peek with that Mag 7 in case they decide to push up through that smoke.
Yeah, but Fur got really weakened over here in the B bomb site, and they're playing a very, very wide defense. Not a lot of mid control whatsoever from Keydstars. Not even a mid presence, and this hit's coming up Catwalk. Alana's going to be on to Steel. ZQK is well with that op. He grabs the first one. He gets blinded, pushed back, but he's going to re-peek with that flashbang from his teammate. Misses the shot, but there's Seal. He pounces at the right moment, takes one out. Nothing trades him off.
But Sean Garris,
too long.
That lurk from Sean Garris out long A is going to punish ZQK, and Skadoodle again with the AWP is going to find success, and now they've got a double scope set up to hold on to this bomb site. Sean Garris in pit. He's going to have a good pick here on to Fur as he's making his way around the long A. Misses the shot. Fur, what a crazy shot from him. And now it's going to be on Skadoodle. He's going to be the next one, and he's going to find the first. And Bolts. 1v1, Skadoodle versus Bolts. He makes the jumping sound. Skadoodle misses, and Bolts hits the headshot. He has a kit, so we live to fight another day. 15-10.
Okay, so Keydstars is lucky to get away with that one because the player watching long, during that A take, ZQK was trying to find some shots at the Zop, and the player watching long just came back at the wrong time, and he just turns away from long for half a second. That's when Sean Pounce was able to take him out and then push up and take out the Opper, so they're lucky to recover from that one. Cloud9 with the plant. Even so, they are buying their Tech 9, so here is going to be their first save round in this half.
Yeah, and I mean, their first save round of the half comes 11 rounds in, so not a bad offensive showing from Cloud9 so far, but they're letting Keystars get the momentum back, and now it's going to be an aggressive push out long, maybe some flashbangs around the corner to try to blind off Steel. Here come the flashes out long. They're going to go for it here. One in pit, already dinked up and taken down, but now it's going to be on Fur. What can he do? The FAMASA in hand, he's going to find one. Looking for a second, going to find it, but he gets traded out, so it's a 2-for-2 at long A. Well, Fallen going to be able to find another one. And now they're going to go for a quick boost up on the catwalk. Maybe? Yeah, there you go. So they do put one up in the sight.
Yeah, and Bolts is pushed mid, so he's cutting off the retreat. He will have a Colt to contend with on Skadoodle, or actually they pass it over to Shroud, so Bolts is going to have some information. Here comes a flash out long. Bolts is ready for it. He lets Shroud out, and then he sprays him down from far back. Skadoodle with the Tech 9. Can't get it done so far. He does dink it. Bolts is forced to reload, but he pistol whips him. So 11-15. 4 more match points for Cloud9.
Yeah, but again, that lead that they had going into this, they were up 15-8. They've kind of squandered it a little bit, but we are going to go right back into another gun round here. But what's the story here? Are they going to pick up an AWP from nothing and drop it to Skadoodle? No, they actually don't. So maybe he's going to go for the naked AWP here. And he does, yeah. So they do put the AWP back in the hands of Skadoodle to see what he can do with it. Not going to be able to find anything through mid. That nade is going to be able to cordon that area off. And that's kind of a new strategy that we've seen coming out here. And ZQK opens things up on a Skadoodle. Dropping that nade in middle to cover it up so you can save your smoke for the B tunnels and the B bomb site. So it's kind of a new play that a lot of teams have kind of been normalizing now.
And I like the changes that Keystars have made this round. This entire half they've been playing too long or too catwalk, and they've been giving up a lot of mid control. Here they're going to do that boost for catwalk, the NOA boost. Bolts is on top, but Cloud9 does get one player out long and into pit. That's going to be Shroud. So he's either going to be a flank or a lurk to watch the rail, and it looks like he's going to be lurking up A late. This looks like it's going to be a hit towards B with 2 members in lower B tunnels at the moment. This boost is going to come under fire pretty soon here.
They're going to be able to find it. Skadoodle takes down one. Sean Garris with the trade as well, so a 2-for-2 thus far, and they are going to smoke off CT spawn, but they're not going to push just yet. They've still got that lurk from Shroud in the pit. No play being made just yet. Flashbang around the corner is going to get ZQK into that position towards top A. Everything's kind of smoked off right now, but they're going to lurk their way back around towards long A.
Yeah, this is a good mid-round call by Cloud9. ZQK is going to be in a tough spot, having to keep his eye both on catwalk and long. It's going to be all up to the timing and who gets fortunate with it. Fortunately on Cloud9, there's no AWP. I think ZQK actually spotted that. What a shot onto the head of Shroud. He gets an opening pick. Sean's going to be very close. He's got to come up huge again. He misses the next one. Sean's able to take him out. No problem. Going to get that bomb planted. Going to be a 2-1-2 retake.
And he's planning it for long A. Sean Garris is going to be playing in the site, and that's going to leave nothing towards pit. Good nade over the top. He's going to find a... Well, not as much damage as I thought it was going to be, but it's going to be Steel surviving for a little while longer. What does Keystars have? The retake. The crossfire so strong from Cloud9. Nothing's watching towards Platt, though. Fallen working up with the AWP. Might be able to sniff out Sean, and he does. Gets a nice shot onto his shoulder. That's going to leave nothing. Oh, my God! Fallen! What a shot to pit. Didn't even give him a chance for the peak. And another round on the board for Keystars. They're at 12.
That was an unbelievable shot. That second shot into nothing in the pit. Even the first shot by ZQK onto Shroud in the pit. Unbelievable stuff. Nice play from Fallen and ZQK with the op there. So 15-12 now.
And chat explodes with the reactions. I love it, man. I love it! What a shot there, and it's going to be a 5 AK buy here. So now, finally, I think for the first time in this entire matchup, Skadoodle gets to showcase his rifling skills. Watch him get an ace with the AK this round. That would be nuts.
That would be pretty crazy, actually. I mean, it's going to be tough. Shroud's going to come up. A nice pop flash forces ZQK back. He misses the shot. So now they've pushed back that cat defense. There are 2 players. They're first in the bomb site. Look at this, heavy towards mid already. It's an op and CT spot right now, so if they do end up doing a mid-B split, he's not, I mean, with an AWP running through that smoke, it's kind of suicide, but it does look like 4 players are just going to work their way over towards B with a lurker and mid and catwalk. That's going to be Shroud, so he's going to fake this mid-B split. That draws 1 player closer towards door, followed with the first one.
Yeah, but he's in a really tough situation here in this corner. They still haven't gotten rid of him. They finally do. Skadoodle's going to be able to find an opening frag over towards the B-bomb site for Ikazoid as well, so it's a 2-for-1. And now it's a very difficult retake here for Keystars to try to make their way in towards this B-bomb site. This could be it for Cloud9. What does Keystars have for this B retake? And it's an AWP and 2 rifles as well, so very difficult situation for them to be in right now. That smoke and double doors, they've got a lot of... Well, they don't have a lot of time to play with. They actually re-smoke off the double doors. They're going to try to squish on through that window. Flashbang around, they're going to be able to find one. Skadoodle going to find a second of the round. And Freakazoid with the triple. It's over, 16-12. What a showing from Cloud9.
Yeah, statement win. Statement win. Very, very well done from Cloud9 there.